processes, but coming from the users, it would be maybe more good information for us to consider. It's a fairly
new method that they had. They use another like basic where they have so much like we have 2,000 and 4,000.
It's kind of further discussion on that. Okay, additional appropriations. We are collecting a lot of quotes on a lot of different things, and we're going to have to do additional appropriations. It's a matter, we think we can, that additional money we think we've got, we keep mentioning the amount of cash we have in the bank. There's about $650,000 spread out between the fire fund and the township fund that we would have to additional appropriate to spend it. So that's kind of a lengthy process, so we need to get that started pretty quick. Also, the Indiana Bond Bank has come up as a possible option to, if we were to create a bond for some large expenses, this may be another option besides a regular commercial bank. And it turns out, anybody remember Dick Mangus from Lakeville was a state representative for years? Well, his son is actually somebody that is a representative of the Indiana Bond Bank, and we're going to set up a conference call with them.
Is that not working?
No,
So we're in violation now.
no, we'll just be recording.
Right?
We make the best effort.
Yeah.
I'm recording on that.
Oh, okay.
Any other new business? Okay, old business, surface water. I don't see John. We had really John Law spacing out today. John Law happened to be here getting a cup of coffee, and I ran into him. We looked the situation over. I think I mentioned that at the last meeting.
Model be on television.
So anyhow, the problem with the water running off the road and coming down the sidewalk and so on, we've got a guy that would create a curb there in the parking lot to force the water back out into the street, into that drain, and redirect the water off the sidewalk. So that would involve knocking that apron out and reshaping the concrete there and clean that out, probably got some silt in it and make it a little bigger capacity and improve its drainage. So we've got a quote on that. I think it's $23,000 to do all that, if I remember correctly.
Do both the pond and the berm.
Is that right? 23.5 to do it all. Roof leaks and mold, I guess they were working at it today. You can, somebody that saw it.
Yeah, so the bedrooms are upstairs. They have been for, I think, about a week. So Serpro came in today. They have it cordoned off. I'm sure they're letting it dry out for at least 24 hours. They've taken away a lot of the wet insulation and drywall. And yeah, so, but I haven't been updated by any of the workers if they found anything or how long it's going to be. So hopefully we'll get an update tomorrow.
How many guys were here?
2.
Okay, any update on the 2011 F-150? Do we have any use-wise?
Yeah, we're using it. Tied into as far as selling between that and the engine. If we're a new pumper tanker or a used pumper tanker, that would be the time to.
Okay, the new pumper tanker. That I guess I didn't put that on there. On in this set, I did get a hold of Roger Engvall or whatever his name is. He's looking to see what they might have on a custom in the works already as a potential demonstrator that maybe they've ordered. I thought I'd hear from him today, I guess.
He's gonna be in tomorrow morning,
Oh, okay, he talked to you.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
I'll have to double check.
I can see if I can roll out of somewhere what I'm doing tomorrow at 8 o'clock. If it rains tonight, it won't be a problem. Okay, great. So that's the update on that. Training. Any,
As far as training overall, we had a class in Knox, the driver operator that we had some people attached to, and then they delayed it a couple weeks. They canceled it. That's just, Andy, you went and talked to South Bend today, and they were very hospitable as far as us using their cans and stuff like that. So
oh, really?
yeah, so building that up. And,
So that's there on sample.
yeah, Luke and Taylor, yeah, they got the whole power there.
So we can send some people there.
Yep, we can coordinate with them, and we're open to that.
Cool. What are they, is there a charge?
Andy, that thing about charge or anything?
It's open use for us, as long as we're not using
Open use for us?
it. As long as we're not using it. But if we go there, we're downtown, we're not down here.
Yeah, we'd have to get part-timers.
Yeah, so other than the on-call or replacements, well, sounds like a plan for the beginning of one.
Did I just say indicate that?
You just have to, let them know when we need to use it. As long as they won't use it, they can try to accommodate them.
Indicate that it was open a lot, but
It just depends, like you get 11 stations up there that they're out all day, plus they're doing their academy. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be good.
And we're using that software program. Kendall and Dave have been updating our training, so that's up and running.
So you have, that's record keeping?
Yes.
What you've done?
Yep.
Okay, exercise equipment, I guess we got the treadmill.
Has anybody figured out how we're gonna get rid of the other old ones in that? I would like to see that.
she's talking about the elliptical.
It doesn't work, does it?
Which one? Yeah. Yeah, it works.
Oh, it does work? Oh, I thought it didn't
No,
work.
the treadmill didn't work. That's why we get rid of the old one and the new one.
Right, oh, I thought we wanted it. Okay, if it works, that's fine. I've never seen anybody on it.
Uh,
Okay,
Capital needs status, I didn't print that off. Any additions or whatever?
No, getting some quotes on some things. But for the most part, I think we had it pretty much mapped out with the priorities.
We did get a quote on the floor.
And I had another guy in today.
So the one quote with grinding it down and what, I forget,
Polyurea.
polyurea, it'd be the Cadillac.
That was the 73,
73.
yeah, 73,000.
Yeah, that's to do both bays, the other little bay over there, the exercise room, the hall, whatever. So we could potentially peel out some of that, but I think this building and that building was, I don't know, 50 grand or whatever.
Mhm.
And your guy today,
Well,
was he overwhelmed or
No,
no?
No.
And he does the polyurea also? Okay. So we'll get a couple quotes on that. What else?
Yeah, the floor scrubbers.
Floor scrubbers here. You like it?
Thank you. It does work nice.
Relocation of the data panel, that's the one we've been talking about for months. And
so got a new project guy, but the guy that we had been working with retired. Apparently that was had been in the works for a while. So He's
It was
not,
his company. he sold it
no,
all.
no, he had his own company and then he just kind of joined these guys and was doing stuff that they didn't have somebody to do before. But now he's retired, but he's not totally out of the picture. If they need him, he's still available.
But he's just more of a fill-in guy than the contact person.
Yeah. So I'm meeting with them at 8 in the morning.
There's a guy tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Huh?
Okay, so we got,
Yeah, I know it's.
okay, digital sign, we got 2 quotes on that. And one for 30,000 and one for 20 something. There's some,
Sorry, on that digital sign, is that just replacing, that's a
New sign.
brand new sign?
yeah,
So replace the marquee at the top where it says Center Township and that's.
yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, the difference, the disparity was the size of the active area. One guy thought there was a code that he had to fit and we couldn't have as much active area as what we have out here now.
Mhm.
And I think it was Tom Hurdle or Jim Hare that mentioned that when
Do you
Bill
think
put
that variance would still apply?
well, that,
Being it's a different
I
technology?
guess I'll have to follow up on that because
Would you really be grandfathered in?
Well, it's flashing lights and stuff versus just a static sign. I don't know if that matters in the variance.
well, I think it was the requirements or the restrictions are size and location and probably that as well. But they had to get a variance, I think, distance from the road and the size of it.
It's probably gonna be similar to the one at the fairgrounds has in the corner of, Ironwood and
Wood and Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah. So that's in the works, but, yeah. Oh, there it is, replacement of the squad. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Is it a squad or an engine?
Pumper tanker, so it'd be a
Pumper-
backup to
pumper
that
tanker.
tanker and it'd be backup to that squad.
Okay.
So it's not a replacement.
It's not a replacement, it's
Well, it's
So it would
replacing the
never
old
be-
backup, right? You'd get rid of the,
You replace the old engine.
yeah,
It would
that
never be a replacement for the engine.
Could it be used as a front line? By the time, we're gonna have to replace that within a few years, for sure. So that could be used if we go with, depends on what we go with. That could be a frontline engine too. It just doesn't have as much compartment space.
okay, so I guess I was not thinking, I was thinking that it would be maybe the new one, if we got a new one,
Mm-hmm.
that one would be the backup. That we,
Oh, the squad would be the backup?
yeah. It'd be,
They both could be used as frontline, but that we wouldn't be putting that out to pasture, putting that to the backup.
okay,
I mean, what I would like to see personally is something sooner than later. So if you want a brand new engine, you're talking two to 3 years out, 2 years out. But I'm looking at within a year, so that kind of reduces what inventory. that we
I'm
can
not
do
trying
with
to talk you out of, I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other old business?
Yeah, Zach, you said it was like 4 to 5 for a brand new truck,
that. 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 for a brand new truck.
Get a new,
You order a new truck replace that right now, brand new build, it's 5 years again. That's why we talk about buying a lightly used pump tanker now, because you can't go to the 5 years flipping them dreams on that.
Also, when that's in the shop, there's no truck to replace it.
Yeah,
So
so
I just wanted to do a pumper tanker.
So like when that one went to the shop for PM maintenance, I brought the old one back up that we bought for it to be here for weeks, so we had to take her. So that's why we were gonna buy a
Well,
pump
I
tanker.
think so. Yeah.
tanker can carry water, a little more water than, the engine carries no water.
It's got 1,000, pump tanker carry 1,500.
So it's kind of a hybrid,
It's a hybrid.
backup for both.
Yes.
Learn something new every day. Okay. Fire chief's report.
For first two is doing well. Nothing else to report on that. As far as the runs for April, we had 80 for the month. Last year, we had 71 calls in April. So the running total through April for us this year is 353 calls. Last year, we are at 367.
Chief, do you have a
Yeah.
breakdown on medical versus fire calls for that one?
Yeah, so for April, print this small. Hazardous situations were 5, medical was 46, public service 2, rescue 1, no emergency 26. And without going into the reports, I think most of those are probably Elm Road or on the bypass or automatic aid to Penn. So anytime there's an accident, whether it's non-injury or they could disregard us, a lot of that is happening, us getting on the bypass and getting disregarded. There's no emergency. But that's us helping out Penn, and Lakeville does the same thing for us. And Expressway, it's better to get everybody going. 6 was medical out of the 80. Handbook's fine. Equipment maintenance, we're going through each truck and taking them in to get PM.
Where are we taking them?
Truck center.
And that's,
It's up on the north side by Toll Road entrance, like Cleveland Rick area.
yeah.
So we're going through all the rigs and getting them set up and getting that put in the first due, so we'll have better record keeping of truck maintenance.
And do they do check the tires too, when they do that?
Yeah, well, they deal with Best One, so when we took the squad up there and that tire took off and it was flattened, Best One, since they're just down the street, they came and did that work at Truck Center.
Because there's an age on the tires, they gotta be replaced, is that correct?
Yeah, and off the top of my head, I don't, 7, but as far as where we're at with tires, we know the 550 needs tires. There's gonna come a point where, yeah, we'd like to sell that and then preferably be done before winter, because that's not gonna go anywhere in the winter without new tires. We'd just be dumping more money into that, which I know we don't wanna do. Yeah.
And you mentioned your truck.
Yeah, I'm about 90,000 miles, and then taking it to Skiles, I think, I can't remember off the top of my head. I mean, there's a few $1,000s worth of repairs I didn't get, but we're getting to that point for resale value. Do we want to start looking at replacement of that? I can get some more information on
Add
that.
that to your list.
So I think that's at 16 or 17.
16 has hair like that, I think it's cheap.
Would you get another pickup truck?
Well, that's what we have to decide. I know some battalion chiefs have brought up, what if they got a battalion vehicle with a truck, more like the 1660 that South Bend uses. We could do that. It would be a possibility, and then I could take the Tahoe. So depends how we want to use it, and if that works out, I can look at that as well.
Okay.
Personnel issues, we're going to be losing one firefighter June 23rd. He's going to Mishawaka, so we're starting to look into hiring another one.
We want to become a conduit for good guys.
So
Don't make us look bad.
applications for the candidates, I'm talking to a couple candidates now, but there's been no new applications since then. And the other thing I know that's not on here, but I talked to Judy today about the Lakeville water. it seems to that's completely, I haven't received anything in writing, but it sounds like they're no longer going to charge their own fire department or us for that one time that we had used the hydrant. I have not received a bill.
Sleeping dogs lie, huh?
That's about it.
Grants and where are we at on, I'm completely lost on grants now. We haven't really, we had somebody, right? And they worked through all the confusion. Wasn't there somebody
I
we,
think it was John Sickle that gave us his name.
I thought there was somebody up in Michigan that.
Yes. Yes, that was before Zach took over, that was Daryl. Daryl said yes for the transfers.
Well, but there was somebody before that I think John Sickle gave us, I mean, it's been several years. I remember paying him $2,000 for something. But then Steve Dalton,
Well, he said,
to give us a name.
I texted him and he did. He mentioned a township that was having this identity crisis like we were having when it came to applying for grants. And he acted like he didn't remember anything about it. So I'm trying not to reach out to him because we get dinged $100 to the time we talk to him.
I can check with Casey then.
So it was Daryl that found somebody? Is that what you're saying?
Daryl had gas work on stuff, that was, for years we were told that, never seen anything out of it.
Last night, we heard was about the confusion that they were working through with names going from Southwest and Center
Yes.
and that kind of stuff, but I don't know where we went from there. I thought they were continuing to work through that.
Well, it seems like everybody else is getting grants and we're not. Is that a perception on my part, or? I mean, Lakeville's getting grants, Madison gets grants.
I don't know if those get grants, I think they're getting bonds.
I was gonna say, grants or bonds?
Either, grants.
Yeah, but I think Lakeville's doing bonds.
The last grant I think we got was that one up at, the tool.
At 500.
Usually the DNR grant with $5,000 matching is kind of your baseline, but after that, we've gone through so many changes in people and the state's not really giving out money.
No, I think the state's kind of taken down.
State's tightened down our Central County Fire Territory was formed, so.
Pardon?
So the state's kind of tightened down since the Central County Fire Territory was formed and they got all the money. Just like the state passed law, we can't build, we were still really build in certain instances.
Yeah,
I'm sure they got a plan.
San Joe County is the redheaded stepchild.
Exactly. Your seniority list, you don't have Kaylee in there.
Keelan?
Kaylee,
Kylie?
Kylie, yeah.
Okay.
What's her last name?
It's now Richard, used to be Platts.
Okay. She's the only female we got on this right now.
Yes.
I was confused. Okay, Steve Dalton's, what's his name? Andrew? Aaron was supposed to look that up and see what township it was, but I don't know.
I got a bill from him, I'm writing a check, so I'll tell him to write a check white and ask him if they can remember who it was.
Well,
I'll give you your check if you tell me who it was.
Aaron was supposed to be looking into that. Okay, anything else? Union rep,
Sunday, we're doing a retirement party for Denny.
Sunday?
Yes, from 2 to 5 at the Comfort Suites. They have a conference room in there.
Right next door?
Yes. And also with budget hearings coming up, I would like to meet with you guys. The union has some things they would like to see added, which would affect probably the budget. If I could get a list to you and we can sit down and talk about them.
Yeah, you're gonna give us a list ahead of time? Or-
Yes, I will. I will get it to you.
Okay,
I'll put it together this weekend or later this week and get
All right.
it emailed to you.
Yeah.
And then see if we can sit down and talk about some things.
Did you notify all the firemen about this party?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Is there anybody else outside of that?
I have not notified anybody else, but
I mean, I don't know, do you notify family or?
Denny's bringing some family. We did ask him about that. His wife's making the cake. She's a very good baker, and she was more than happy to do it. But yeah, we'll have a little bit of food, some pop and water, and yeah, Sunday 2 to 5.
Okay. IT,
Nothing other than getting the meeting. Well, actually, got the 2 new iPads. And Chris, you also had to get some new pucks for the trucks.
New pucks have come in, so we'll be installing those. One will replace the battalion and the other one will go in engine 42. The iPads are in. They can both be used for doing the truck and the truck checks and things. One of them does. There's an inspection one, and the difference between the two is that it's hooked up to cell, so you can go out and still be connected. It can also double as a backup MDT, so a backup dispatch thing that you can put in your truck. And so I'm just working on that right now. But and then we also received from FirstNet a cell phone or an extender, a signal extender, so that when the trucks come in and when the bay door is closed, they can maintain a solid connection to the network outside, the LTE or the 5G or whatever it is. So that equipment's all here. It's just got to be put into place. I'm not sure about whether this goes under capital or if this is just a completely separate list, but we may want to consider replacing the trucks MDTs. All of the ones that we've got are going to come out of warranty before the end of this year. So any service or anything that goes wrong with them after October, November, it would be, we'd have to pay for it or just buy a replacement. But
And those are on his list.
on this list.
are they on there already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what category they were in, but they're on there.
Excellent. Yeah, and then
And we know that the one in your truck is a problem right now, right?
Yep.
yeah, that's why I was really hoping to get this thing set up as the backup, so that he can just throw it in his truck, and we can send. We've already got the box from Dell to ship it out. Had a discussion with FirstNet also. I'm kind of telling this out loud to everybody. I've been looking at you. I was lamenting the fact that we had that cradle point and we didn't,
Yes.
it really wasn't working as backup, and they said they think they can get it to work. So
Yeah, so we need to,
yeah, we'll schedule sometime because we're going to need somebody to install that signal booster anyway. The FirstNet person.
it'll have to be wired into the network.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to have to get an external antenna. Or it comes with an external antenna so that we can get up and get the cell signal.
Oh,
So it shouldn't have to be in the net. That shouldn't have to be in the network. But other than that, it was really just the making sure that new MDTs were in the capital list. Oh yeah, and then just some other equipment as things are moving in there. And I've been talking with Matt Noonan about updating things like the firewall and going with some different equipment that'll make the network a little easier to navigate. And then I did hear that is Wi-Fi still kind of lousy upstairs for sure? Okay.
Even in my office, takes a while.
Yeah, I was hearing some issues about that. So I don't know if it's that a wireless access point that maybe
it's right there in that room.
Yeah, assuming it's working. I mean that's the part. So that's it. On mine.
Anything else? I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
Admittedly, I have missed a couple meetings here in the past. It's my understanding, and I may be wrong, that the North Liberty Green Center thing blew up.
Yes,
and the whole deal dissolved with everybody?
yes.
And our contract with Green Township is still good until when?
27 for sure.
27,
For the rest of this year.
the rest of this year?
We will reach out to them while we're doing our budget and make a proposal to keep it the same or bump it up 4% or something.
There's been no other conversations or possibilities with adjoining with someone else?
No.
Not at this point.
Okay, thank you.
I did write I mentioned at the last meeting, I wrote a letter to the county commissioners about continuing the ambulance service with contracting with the city, keeping that contract going. And they're aware of it. I did see Carl Baxmeyer and I said, hey, you see my letter? And he said, yeah. We're thinking hard about keeping it going, but not necessarily, didn't commit for how long. They committed through, I think, 27.
Yeah, the last I talked to Tony Hazen, he said we were good probably till 27, the end of.
Yeah, so my thoughts would be if that flops, if there's any way we, Center Township, could contract this out then, given that they, with that one right there on York Road, that we wouldn't have to have space for an ambulance or a person if we contracted out of there, just us, and what they would charge us for that, I don't know. But Andy Meyer, who's in charge of the ambulance service, would be, I think he'd be very receptive. They don't want to lose the contract because it helps them cover it off their overhead. Because they got like 6 people working in the office doing all the billing and all that kind of stuff too. But I don't know total how many ambulances they have in addition to the 2 for the county. I think there's 6 or 8.
Altogether.
Huh?
There's 7 altogether.
7 altogether. But, yeah. So. Okay, motion. Did we already do that? Motion made. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Did you sign it?
Yep.
Motion carried.
The-
So my Amazon story, is that off?
Not yet.
My Amazon story, stuff was showing up at our house and my wife thinks she didn't order it. So the one box was a little handheld vacuum.